Welcome to my world. My name is Joshua Harris, I am 17 years old and I attend a mainstream Orthodox Jewish school. I can do things that you elevate your expectations to be. It causes me pain that people have low expectations of me. My main emotional pain is life with autism. This is utterly diminishing. What bothers me most is the people who help me are so different in their expectations. I was introduced to facilitated communication 3 years ago whilst a residential student in a special needs school, having been assessed by them as functioning at the level of a 2-year-old. FC opens doors for those of us whose voices deny us use. I think life is full of things to be cautious about. There are many painful obstacles, people always question you and your writing. Tell yourself not to listen to such people and trust your belief in your child. The people teach you that acceptance is worth pain. I tell you, typing is really the way to tell that I am like everyone else. I want to learn to really type independently. I think the reason I want hand support is it really holds the emotion steady.
Hello, Alan. How are you?
In Josh's view, it is inspiring to see Alan living such a full life and living so independently. Alan's publicity says he has fought his way through bureaucracy and red tape to establish his rights to live in the way he chose by dealing with the system and how it can work for disabled people. Over the last 5 years, he has given presentations on disability rights from small groups to national conferences.
I'm fine.
X. Eyes. Push.
Can you tell me how direct payments impacted your life?
When I knew that moving to my own bungalow was really going to happen, I had to think about who would assist me and work for me as my personal assistants. My social worker advised me that it would be better for me to employ my own staff rather than use an agency. This was a bit scary at first, but now I'm very glad I did it this way. I am the employer of my staff. This puts me in charge and also gives me responsibilities.
I think that direct payments can help people to have a terrific life. By opening people's doors to real life full of opportunities, I believe this system has really big years to come.
And the bad.
Household jobs like shopping, laundry, and cleaning are time-consuming and can be boring, but I like to be in control of those days.
You are.
Can everyone hear me? Please introduce yourselves round the circle. Say your name, then say something you enjoy doing.
The tarpaulin was pitched and the camp was quiet. As he drew near, a figure moved from the shadow and the truck and came. There are no cops allowed on the camp. Which one is not true? No cops allowed on the camp. It's $1 a night. There's no room after the first night. They have to leave after one night. Which one is not true, Josh? What does Tom? Don't do it, Josh. Come on. Where are you going? $1 a night. Okay, a ticket. Okay.
What else do you think might not be true?
$1 a night doesn't seem like much, does it, these days? Is there anything else there not true, Josh? No cops allowed. No room here after one night. Which else is not true, Josh?
Great things could never happen to people in special schools. Terrible boredom grabs hold of you and you forget the person you are. The best place is where everyone is treated equally and can learn.
Were recorded in a black book of homosexual practices held by the Germans. The French had hitherto hit the Germans. And Germany is over. Suddenly the Germans start to bulge like there.
2,
That line moves
3.
forward.
I need to have a Jewish education like a normal guy. My PAs need to be Jewish to facilitate Jewish studies well.
Happened that the next day, a little bud.
I'm Neil Redford, I'm the Person Centred Planning Coordinator for Salford. And I just want to talk a little bit about Person Centred Planning, and in particular the work I've been working with Josh. I've been working with Josh for about 2 years now, on and off, as they say, on a variety of person-centred planning issues. Person-centred planning in Salford originated around about 2002 under the government's Value in People White Paper. My work with Josh, like I say, is about 2 years now. I did a little bit of preparation work with Josh around what person-centred planning actually is, and it's not, as I would describe it, as rocket science. At the end of the day, it's about what I call the 3 L's. That's about looking, listening and learning. As a service, traditionally, we've been very good at creating services and fitting people to it. That's not what we want to do in the future. So it's about looking at the person themselves, it's about listening to what they've got to say, and it's about us as service providers learning from that and creating services that people want. That's the essence, I suppose, of person-centred planning, keeping the person as
I worry about the future with no speech. Think that happy times pass me by. I want a pain-free life, to be a rabbi happy and light. Life has not shown me equal respect yet. I want Neil to do a path for me to help me fulfill my dream to be part of the real world. My ambition is to be the first autistic rabbi. To study to be a rabbi, I'll need to learn in a yeshiva. I want the teachers at yeshiva to include me like everyone else.
I know. Let's zoom in. How cool is that? Shall we open it?
I've got it.
For him.
Oh, thank you very much.
You'll have to listen to our voices in the wilderness of disability. We know what we need if you can find a way to hear us. You talk about inclusion, but I say that it goes much deeper. You need to see our equal place alongside everyone else. I believe we really need to teach that autism is the enemy, not us personally. To have our self-worth accepted and not our disability is the most important thing. Some people feel that having a disability kills every thought in your head, and with it your place in the community.
It just real close.
Oh,
See you. I do with Simcha.
I want and need good, well-thinking people to support me to do ordinary things in extraordinary ways.
We love you. And me. I love you. Love you.
Abby.
You Catholic.
Some people want everything to be easy for their children and work out for the best. This is worthy and right, but I ask you to consider that we are not all free from flaws, and so would like your approval. I want you to look beyond these labels of shame and see the attributes of each unique individual. I have autism, and if you saw me, you might see some interesting behaviour. However, I am a writer and a teacher of humanities, inclusion, being an enabler of open-mindedness. I implore people to think well of those who have differences and have expectations for the future. Diversity is to be cherished and valued. What a world it would be if there were no differences. Look beneath the surface of appearance and see the qualities within.